So today we are talking about the Pirate Bay, and before we even get into what it did or why it was controversial, I want you to understand one thing clearly. The Pirate Bay was never just about free movies or music. It was about control. Who controls information, who controls access, and who gets to decide how the internet should work. And that is why this website scared governments and corporations more than almost anything else at the time. Let's go back to the early 2000s. This was a very different internet. If you wanted music, you bought CDs. If you wanted movies, you bought DVDs. Digital stores existed, but they were expensive, limited, and often locked by reason. You could buy the same album in one country, but not in another. You could pay for a movie, but still not be allowed to watch it because of licensing. At the same time, internet speeds were improving fast. File sizes were manageable, and people realized something very simple. Digital files can be copied perfectly, infinitely, at almost zero cost. That idea alone was enough to break the old system. Then came Napster. Napster showed the world what peer-to-peer sharing could do. Millions of people shared music freely, and for the first time, the music industry lost control. But Napster had one fatal flaw. It was centralized. Once the servers were shut down, the entire system collapsed. And that taught the next generation of internet platforms a very important lesson. If you want to survive, you cannot have a single point of failure. Around this time in Sweden, a group called Pirate Brand started gaining attention. They were not pirates in the Hollywood sense. They were activists, writers, and technologists who believed copyright law was outdated for the digital age. Their argument was not that artists should not be paid. Their argument was that copying digital information is fundamentally different from stealing physical objects. When you copy a file, the original still exists. They believed the internet was being forced to follow laws designed for a world that no longer existed. From this ideology, in 2003, the Pirate Bay was created. The founders of the Pirate Bay were Frederick, Gottfried, and Peter. What made them dangerous was not money or power. It was technical understanding mixed with ideology. They understood BitTorrent deeply, and BitTorrent is the reason this story even exists. Unlike normal downloads, BitTorrent works by breaking files into small pieces. Instead of one server sending the entire file, users share files with each other. The more users there are, the stronger the network becomes. This means that there is no central server hosting the content. And here is the key part. The Pirate Bay did not host movies, music, or software. It hosted information about where those pieces were. In simple terms, it was an index. This technical detail sounds boring, but it became the heart of every legal battle that followed. The Pirate Bay also did something culturally important. It refused to act scared. Most piracy sites tried to hide. The Pirate Bay did the opposite. They mocked lawyers. They made sarcastic public statements. They treated legal threats like jokes. This attitude made them internet famous, and it also guaranteed that powerful people would come after them. In 2006, Swedish police raided a data center in Stockholm and seized servers connected to the Pirate Bay. This raid did not happen in isolation. The United States, especially Hollywood-backed organizations, had been pressuring Sweden heavily. There were diplomatic threats, trade pressure, and accusations that Sweden was protecting piracy. So the raid happened. The site went offline. And then something incredible happened. 3 days later, the Pirate Bay was back. Not only was it back, but traffic exploded. Media coverage turned it into a global symbol of resistance.
Block the Pirate Bay.
Australia blocks the Pirate Bay.
The runners of the Pirate Bay are found guilty of promoting copyright infringement.
For the first time, millions of people realized that the internet could fight back. After this, authorities understood that simple raids were not enough. They needed a legal precedent. So in 2009, the founders of the Pirate Bay were put on trial in Sweden. The prosecution argued that the Pirate Bay knowingly helped people break copyright law and profited from it through advertising. The defense argued that the Pirate Bay was a neutral platform, just like a search engine, and that users were responsible for what they shared. The court ruled against the Pirate Bay. The founders were sentenced to prison and ordered to pay massive fines. This verdict was historic. For the first time, a platform was held criminally responsible not for hosting content but for enabling access to it. But here is the part many people miss. Even after the verdict, the Pirate Bay never really died. The founders suffered personally, but the platform kept running. Ownership became unclear, control became distributed, the site slowly transformed into something more automated and less human. At this point, governments changed tactics again. Instead of attacking the platform directly, they attacked access. Internet service providers around the world were ordered to block the Pirate Bay. Entire countries banned it. DNS blocks, IP blocks, filtering, but users adapted almost instantly. VPNs became mainstream, proxy sites multiplied, tutorials spread everywhere. This revealed something uncomfortable. You cannot easily censor a global network without breaking the internet itself. To make enforcement even harder, the Pirate Bay moved completely to magnet links. This removed the need for trackers entirely. Everything became decentralized. At this stage, the Pirate Bay was no longer even pretending to be a traditional website. It was closer to a protocol index, and that scared regulators even more. In 2014, Swedish police carried out the most aggressive raid in the site's history. Servers were seized again, the website vanished. This time, it stayed offline for weeks. Many people believed it was finally over. But in early 2015, the Pirate Bay quietly returned. No celebration, no mockery, something had changed. The modern Pirate Bay is not the same. The community that once moderated content is gone. Fake torrents, malware, and scams became common. Trust collapsed. Ironically, the platform that once symbolized freedom became dangerous from a cybersecurity perspective. Today, security experts warn users to stay away. And this is where the story becomes important for people like us, especially in cybersecurity. The Pirate Bay proved that decentralized systems are incredibly resilient. It showed that legal power does not equal technical power. It exposed the limits of enforcement in a digital world. And it forced governments to rethink how control works on the internet. The Pirate Bay did not win, but it changed the rules permanently. And that is why, even today, it is not celebrated but studied.